Yeah, shalom. Um, so give me a second. Yeah, shalom. To give all praise to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Akar, Kudash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. A salutation to the Akim out there, you know, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. All right, my brother here, right, man, coming again with a impromptu um live lesson, man. Okay, and God, the Lord, chastises us in different ways. Each brother has his his main way. Is the general curses, and there's the main individual way the Lord chastises each brother, man. Certain brothers have certain illnesses, certain conditions, certain circumstances, and I can say for sure one of the ways the Lord gets me is through migraines and headaches, man. I get that frequently. As I'm speaking, I got a mild headache, but it's like when it's full on, it's mad. And when it's just teasing your brain, but not full on headache, it's still pain. It's just terrorizing pain, man. But as the scripture says, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, Wa Thawada Yahweh Wa Yahweh Bashem Makakadash, man. And what I'm saying there in Hebrew is bless the Most High, blessings to the Most High for that, and even thank you for the Most High for that, man. Because essentially what that is that what's the word I'm looking for? That chastisement whereby the Lord corrects his people, man, his elect. The Lord dealing with you, He gonna deal with you harshly, man. He gonna correct you. Anyways, oh yeah, by the way, so-called Monday, Monday night ain't pretty much nighttime yet, the time is 8:07, and yeah, the Sabbath, it's not the first Sabbath of this month, but it's nonetheless a Sabbath, Monday evening to Tuesday evening. So the sun ain't gone down yet, due to go down just before 9 o'clock. But yeah, the Sabbath is coming in. You gotta keep that Sabbath, man. Okay. And when we say take, I'm just all over the place at the moment, but going through the spirit. When we say, I'm just saying all the things that's on my mind. We're gonna get into the scriptures, but before I forget, when we say take notes, man, we don't say it for the sake of saying it. All right. When you watch these videos, get a pen and paper, preferably a book, man. All right, a notepad that's dedicated to that's dedicated to taking notes, man. And you try and commit it to memory, man. And you pray to the Lord, to make me more diligent in taking notes and then committing information to memory, because that's also shows your diligence, man. That shows your diligence. So, and we don't say stuff just so we can say it and that's it, man. We actually do it ourselves, man. I'm not doing this to say, look what I'm doing. It's just an encouragement to you brothers, man, out there. Get up and do it, man. I got myself a book, and currently my goal, I'm just sharing it, for edification's sake. One of my goals is to be, and I know the law to a decent extent, but to be more proficient in it, man. So what have I done? I've got a notebook. I'm writing it out, and the scriptures, man. Because when you write things, you're able to commit it to memory easier, man. Here, I haven't written all of it out. I've got up to 33. There's 613 laws, man. Okay, but stuff like that, man. The Most High sees that, if it's done in sincerity, anyway, and for wanting to learn this truth, you know. But yeah, pretty much the topic that I wanted to get into today is I can't remember, and I think I named it because it's on live. I have to give a title before I go on, but I think I named it "What Yahawashi Did," man. Yeah, and Yahweh is our Lord willing, we can get through this, and yeah, because a lot of people say, yeah, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Yahawashi is worthy of praise, Yahawashi is worthy of honor, Yahawashi is worthy of glory, all of this, but they don't know why he's entitled to that praise, why he's entitled to that worship. Essentially, they don't know what Yahawashi did, man, to the full extent. Why he now has the title King of Kings and Lord of Lords, man. And on the topic of suffering, I was talking about the different sufferings brothers go through, and they each have the individual one that plagues them, myself included. Yahawashi went through it all, plus worse, man. All right, Yahawashi went through it all, man. So what better example? It's not like he had an easy ride. He had it 10 times harder. He had it much, much harder than we have it, man. And he still got through. He was obedient unto death, man. And all the things leading up to it. So that's what we got to strive to be like, because at the end of the day, it can't be overseen or brushed over. The fact is that some of the elect will be put to death for this word, man, and the Lord will raise you up. That's why he says in the scriptures, he who laid down his life will surely pick it up, but he who defends it shall lose his life. Roughly paraphrasing, But anyways, I want to get into the sacrifice of Yahawashi, man, and the fact that he was so humble, man. Yahawashi was so meek, man. Let me just first of all, I want to go to the book of John 13. We're going to get into his, as they like to say in the Catholic Church, his passion. Because when you really look that word passion up, it means pain, man. His endurance. This is the book of John 13. The account where Yahawashi was washing feet, man. Now, and it says, John 13:1. Now, before the feast of the Passover, when Yahawashi knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Father, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them unto the end. And supper, and look, man, that shows that Yahawashi had control over his emotions, man. Because everybody has emotions, all right? We love, we hate, we laugh, we cry, we enjoy, we despise, we dislike. That's natural, man. But what's it being a part of a man or becoming a better man is to have control over these emotions, man. Here he's saying Yahawashi loved his brethren that were in the world, man. And he could have said, nah, you know what? He could have said, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore because I want to stay with them. But he understood that, man, look, I gotta complete this mission and head back on up to the Heavenly Father, man. Despite loving the brethren, man. That shows he had, and he didn't think, oh, maybe, you know, can they do it with me? He knew that he had to do it alone, man. It shows that he had control over his emotions, man. Okay. And verse 2, and supper being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, and that devil, Satan, guess who sent Satan to Judas? It was Yahweh the Most High, man, because everything comes from the Most High. Simon's son to betray him. Yahawashi, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he was come from the Most High, and went to the Most High. He riseth from supper, and laid aside his garment, and took a towel, and girded himself. So Yahawashi took off his garment, man, right? Because obviously you have an undergarment, and then the one beneath, he kept that on, man, all right? And he girded himself, and after he poured water into a basin, and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded, man. So Yahawashi got on his knees and washed the feet, man, of his disciples, man, and the gird that he had on himself, he used that, man. The own clothes that he was wearing, he used that to wipe their feet, Then cometh he to Simon Peter, and Peter saith unto him, Lord, dost thou wash my feet? Yahushua answered and said unto him, What I do thou knowest not now, but thou shalt know hereafter. So he's saying, listen, man, don't worry, Peter, man. You'll soon find out. Peter saith unto him, Thou shalt never wash my feet. Because Peter understood, man, that there's a hierarchy. Peter understood that you're the son of the Most High. He already said, when Yahawashi said, Who do you say that I am? Peter said, I believe that you are Hamashiach, the son of the living power, living God. And what did Yahawashi say to him? Flesh and blood did not reveal this unto you, but the Father above. All right. So, and plus, Yahawashi said that he prayed for the disciples, man. So he's saying to him, don't worry, man, you find out in the fullness of time, my man. Peter saith unto him, Thou shalt never wash my feet. And Yahushua answered, If I wash thee not, thou hast no part with me. So he's saying, listen, Peter, man, you don't know how serious this act is right now. If you don't allow me to wash your feet, then you ain't with me, man. You ain't part of me. That's how serious it was, man. Simon Peter saith unto him, Lord, not my feet only, but my hands and my head. And Yahushua said to him, He that is washed needeth not save to wash, but his feet, but is clean every whit, and ye are clean, but not all. For he knew who should betray him. Therefore he said, Ye are not all clean. Okay? Because he was talking of Judas, man. But when you head over to now Matthew 25, I just brought that out because I wanted to show how meek Yahawashi is, man, and was when he was on the earth, man. Here you have the Son of the Most High, and he's so meek, man. What Yahawashi did was he was that sacrifice, man. He was that lamb, according to the scriptures, man. You go to Matthew 27, it gives the account of where Judas handed him over to the temple guards, and he betrayed Yahawashi in the Garden of Gethsemane. Now, I forget how to say it in the Hebrew, but the word Gethsemane means oil press. Yeah. And why is that spiritual? Because the spirit of Yahawashi was pressed, man. You know, the spirit of Yahawashi was pressed in that garden that night, man. He prayed to the Heavenly Father 3 times. He said, "If it be possible, let this cup pass from me." But what was the most important thing? He said, "But let thy will be done." Because he understood that regardless of the torture, physically, mentally, he was about to experience, it didn't matter about him, man. It mattered it was all about the will of the Heavenly Father, you know. He was handed over, you know, and he had to stand before Pilate, man. Imagine Yahweh Shai, the first spirit begotten of the Father, now subject to some other Edomite man, having to answer him, you know, taken from judgment to judgment, you know, from the high priest house to Herod, then to Pilate, passing him around like he's passed the bloody parcel, you know. Yahweh Shai had to endure that, man, for the sake of who? The elect, man, because he understood that he was on a mission to redeem. And we always bring it out when we go into that word redeem. We're talking about it's like it represents a financial transaction, man. You know, to buy back. I ain't gonna read the chapter, but the chapter's Matthew 27, man. You know, sometimes you gotta go back and think on these things. This is why Yahawashi is highly esteemed. This is why he's worthy of worship, man. You know, they beat him, you know, and no matter how they try and depict it in these movies, they ain't ever gonna get the brutality of how they disfigured him, stripped him naked, hung him on a cross, you know. They made him carry the beam, and they were still whipping him, put a crown of thorns in his head, and hung him on that cross for 3 hours, man, for the sake of the elect, man. That's why we take the Passover so seriously, man. Because Yahawashi is our Passover. He is our lamb, you know. Hey, but when he comes back, earlier I did a video on dual kingdoms. We can do this. You can call this a video on dual characteristics, man. The first time he came as a lamb, but when he comes back, what did he say? I will not meet thee as a man, you know. Hung him on a cross, man, naked. This is what Yahushua went through, man. Like I said, the chapter is Matthew 27. But I ain't gonna keep this too long, man. And it was a great millstone. So to the Akim out there that put this word of truth and sincerity. Shalom.